Good evening, Raskin enjoyers. I hope you're doing right, because it's time for the abnormal barders. Yesterday, we had the likes of the Neon 4 Kit Locker, the Hell Riders Jacket, we had the Shadowborn Rug, Moto Party Garage Door, and the Nuke Rim Storage. We have only 5 abnormal skins to chase after this week, and of course tomorrow, with the likes of the Road Angels Hoodie and Pants, Commuter Head Wrap, Quarantine Thompson, and Ditto AR, they are not becoming marketable until tomorrow's Rust Door rotation. They are regular skins. Now, if you're sitting there and being absolutely confused, wondering, what is he on about? Abnormal? Regular? I don't get this. Well, please consider looking at the 2 videos below in the description right now. First video is a short video, 60 seconds long, which will very briefly go over the details in regards to what abnormals are. In short, abnormals are skins that will become marketable before the Rust Door even rotates. We can use that to our advantage because, well, we know when they're going to drop, when they're going to become marketable. If we could figure out a decent price to offer for all of these skins, well, we could race to try and put those barders down, try and be the fastest person to put one down, and potentially in the future pick these skins up for a cheaper price and be able to sell them for an actual better price, walk away with some sweet, delicious looking profit. It's as simple as that. Now, if the short video isn't enough for you, if you need to or want to learn a little bit more, how to identify what skins are abnormal and whatnot, please consider watching the second video just below that. It's about 20 minutes long, but it does go more in depth, and it will help you identify what are abnormals and, of course, when are abnormals. Because 6 months of the year it changes, the clocks change, and yeah, it's gonna they appear at later times or earlier, depending when. So consider giving that all a good watch. Alright, I got that intro out of the way. Let's start talking about these skins. Let's quickly just take a look at the sales because it reached 40,000 sales here. It's a little bit off. Alright, so remember, you can go to the workshop page. It'll give the actual definitive subscriber count. We're over 40,000. I was expecting 40k. We've reached 40k. By tomorrow, probably 41, 42, maybe. We shall see. But remember, subscriber count is basically the bare minimum. We know at least 40,000 individual people have bought that locker. We just don't know how many they bought each. Maybe some bought 10. Maybe some bought 50. Maybe some bought 100. There's a lot of people that like to buy things with the pure intent to sell, hoping to try and, make a bit of a profit. But of course, there's many people that just buy skin because they want to use it, just one for themselves. I'm looking at that locker, and I'm pretty confident there's at least 50,000 of those in circulation. The main talking point with when we saw this was because, well, number one, recently we've been seeing all the small boxes, and they got accepted, so that was very nice. But is this going to behave exactly like the fuel storage right here after another storage was accepted? Remember food? This went all the way up to $4. Guess what appeared over the past weekend? Of course, we saw another locker skin. We have Hazmat. Right there, bright and yellow. Cool. All right, not going to complain. You got the you got the duo there, the combo, and I'm pretty sure you'll be seeing a third one soon. I believe it's going to be red. So, all right, cool. Right, what's going to happen with the full kits locker? With a new locker, part of this proposed collection. I mean, technically it's all neon storage, but anyway. I'm sitting here and I'm wondering. I don't think we're going to see the same type of behaviour like the storage. I think we just want to be a bit more grounded and treat it like an individual. Okay, fair enough, fine. Alright, so what's the best thing that we can do? Well, I did this a little bit earlier. I did remember last year we had a pretty interesting looking locker skin that came out, which was Locker from Hell, part of a well-established Hell collection from Hell collection. That did 30,000 sales, and it sold at $3. That's probably the best thing we could do a comparison with. So here's the idea. I've yapped about this fairly recently. I'm trying to get this point across to you. We are going to have a dip soon. And technically speaking, we're already starting to see prices slowly go down. We've had a very nice June. We're not seeing prices similar at the moment in July. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. But this is going to potentially get a lot worse. It very likely will. And if you sell now, alright, fair enough, you'll get some decent profits. You'll probably be able to buy all your skins again for a much cheaper price around at some point in October, right? So that's the main point. That's nice, that's cool. But based on what I've seen with these Rust Door reviews that I've been doing very recently, so many skins over the past few weeks, of course, have started to drop pretty quickly. So if I just go back, of course, to the video focus, which was June 6th for the recent Rust Door review. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I was predicting that was going to go down by half its price around October time. It's already gone and done it. Things are moving quickly. So now, we really do need to consider, if we're potentially going to see a low point, be prepared, it might be quick. So, yeah, but with the demand, with the interest, I'm pretty sure that locker will be doing a better job of retaining its value. It's just don't be surprised if, as we get to the point, it's going to get to its low point eventually around October time. All right, cool. So what are we doing? Well, I'm going to quickly go remember how the Locker from Hell behaved during the likes of October last year. So right now it's currently selling at $3. It's a bit of a straggler. It's actually kind of selling for around $3.40. I do believe it went up to about $4 at one point, just a couple of weeks back. There you go. Yep, sold very nicely. This is the point I want to see. All right. So this is October last year, and it went as low as about $1.80, $1.90. It didn't go all the way down to about halfway, but it got close to it. Okay, that's interesting. We'll take that into consideration. So now I'm looking at this Locker. I feel like it might not fully, match the behaviour we just saw there, but it'll be very similar. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I'm probably going to do $1 to $1.50. All right? I do believe that we've probably seen maybe a little bit too much of them being bought. But we've also got to take this into consideration. It's the first Locker skin to be accepted in all of 2024. That includes Twitch drops and whatnot. So I think $1 to $1.50 will probably be the destination it ends up at some point. But if you're really worried, if you really truly believe that this potentially might be dropping off harder, play it safer. Stick with $1, all right? I don't think this will be below its trust store price forever. I do believe in the further future, this will be comfortably in the positive with a full set. There will be people that want them. I just hope we don't see a ridiculous amount of these in circulation forever. Don't forget, like on the Steam market as well, when there's hundreds of listings and no one's buying, that's when things get really bad. That's October time. So looking at that, $1 to $1.50, I believe that's probably the best way to go about it. If you don't agree with that, if you want to go stronger, if you want to offer a higher price, do be warned, if you don't monitor your buy orders, so I'm hopping over to here, I'm scrolling down. Now, I've been doing a lot of buy orders in this account over the past half a year, and I have removed buy orders. I had to. This is the account that does the stronger buy orders, and I am noticing that... oh, wow, look, apparently I'm the highest buy order in the Cold Hunter Custom SMG. I am, I'm right there. Okay. Do you know what? I don't really want to keep that, because I know that very likely will be getting lower. So just to get the point across, that's selling for $1.56, and I have a $1.29 buy order. We're still... Well, actually, no, I believe I'm $1.28, but I'm still expecting that that's going to get worse. I'm still expecting that I could potentially pick that for a cheaper price. I don't want to have those dumped onto me, knowing that it could go lower. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to remove it. Sorry, but yeah, if you want to be smarter with your money, you're going to have to do things like that. Monitor your buy orders. Be wary, be cautious, monitor them, because you don't want to be the one that gets caught out and your pants being pulled down. It ain't fun. So anyway, with that, that's fine. I feel like I'm perfectly comfortable with the choice of prices I have there. Let's move on to the next skin, because I was about to talk about that, but that's not abnormal. Let's focus Hellrider's jacket. Hellrider's jacket. I was not exactly super happy to see it. What do you mean? What did he do wrong? Well, it was another jacket that was accepted this year. Look how many we've had so far. 8. It's quite ridiculous compared to the previous years we've seen in recent past. Of course, I could also yap about how it's a black jacket. 1 black jacket, 2 black jacket, 3 black jacket, 4, and then 5. Well, at least it's got the cool, design. Sleeves cut off. The very cool biker style on the back. Did we see a collection continuation appear over the past weekend? We did, but it's not like armour or anything. It's a burlap head wrap. It's a cool looking head wrap though. I think that looks really, really nice. Will it be accepted? Don't know. We shall see, but it's like, it's like a proper bandana on the head. They did a really good job of that. I think lots of people would appreciate that. I think that very decently might be accepted. We shall see. But yeah, if you're going to be a proper, biker gang, I think you're going to appreciate something like that. Anyway, will that still cause the likes of the jacket to spike in price? I think it's just, 26,000 subscribers, which we can verify real quickly over to here. Yep, we're up to 26,000. Guys, I think we're going to have a problem of, far too many of them were bought. Oversaturation. There is stock, and there is genuine demand, and okay, look at all that excess stock. What's going to happen? Well, it's going to get thrown on the Steam market, third-party sites, oh dear, and when there's less people playing, consider that. Go away, privacy. When we have less people playing in the likes of September, October, November, remember, summer last year, and then of course here, it's going to get worse, alright? So, I think I might just play it safe and only do something like, I think I'm going to do... okay, let me get this point across. So as long as training jacket exists, which is now down to about, I've been picking these up for 90 cents recently, but anyway, that has been teetering around $1. Sold for $1.49, teetering around $1. Black jacket, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would like it. There's quite a lot of these in circulation with 28,600 subscribers. This has 26,000. It's a more expensive jacket. This is basically half the price. Yeah, I think I'm probably just going to do like 80 cents to $1. Yeah, I know. If we keep seeing more and more and more and more jackets, big problem for that. So overall, yeah, I don't have a lot of faith, I'm sorry to say. So I'm sure you understand. And like I said, do not be surprised if it drops in value very quickly. So even then, keep an eye on this afterwards. If you feel more worried, why not just do like 70 cents to 90 cents? We'll see. So awkward, I know, but safe, yes, for sure. Moving on, Shadowborn Rug. I'll be honest with you, the amount that got bought here, reasonable, not complaining. All right, Cubist vase. It's unfortunate that it got accepted now because, of course, all of that got the attention, but you still did very nicely. And we can do a fairly decent comparison to the likes of the previous rug skin here, Respawn Allegory Fresco, also made by Mr. Vase. What's so special? Well, this did 24,000 subscribers. It did quite a lot of sales. Sold for $1.49, which, of course, is a bit cheaper. But point I'm trying to get across is it wasn't really that bad. It did very nice, still has decent support over to here. We'll see its history. Came out, did drop off a fair bit, and then during the April time, it went all the way up. And it actually didn't peak in June. That's the funny thing. It didn't peak in June, it peaked here, back in late April. And I don't really have a definitive reason as to why. So this one's a little bit awkward. Just a little bit. But I get the feeling that so as long as a rug skin looks really cool, really interesting, people will want it. So, let's just quickly remind ourselves, Shadowborn Rug glows in the dark. Got that awesome looking biker scene on it. Apparently it's in reference to Terminator, per the response from the skin creator himself, Mr. Vase. But, hey, I think that'll still be appreciated in the future. Will we see more Shadowborn skins being produced? Did that happen this past weekend? Well, not this past weekend, I'm afraid, but in the future, further future, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure we'll see some resubmissions and whatnot. It's up to Facepunch if they actually want to accept them. Based on the fact that this had like a biker guy on it, that very likely was the reason it got accepted with the likes of this Rust, of course, with the introduction of bikes last week for the July Force White. Yeah, I think that'll be doing okay in the future, but I will not be surprised in the slightest if it does drop off. And just to quickly show the Shadowborn collection at the moment, look at that. Both of these have been going down. Garage Door, you kind of recovered it a little bit, but these suffering. Do you think this will suffer as well? Or do you reckon it end up like these, where it's retaining its value for most of the time? This did not do insane excessive sales. 20,000 plus was what I was expecting, but the fact that it didn't go anywhere near 25,000 kind of surprised me. So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, okay, if I want to just kind of still want to play it safe, fair enough. I'm thinking about doing 90 cents to $1.20. I don't know how low it's going to go, but I will not be surprised in the slightest if it probably goes down to maybe around $1.50 at the very least. I do believe it will dip. I just don't know how low it's going to really go. But it does have a collection that is a part of that's doing pretty alright. It does look good. It glows. Looks awesome. I do expect potentially more in the future. I think I'm going to do 90 cents to $1.20. Will $1.20 be its absolute lowest point? Well, you know what? I won't be upset if I bought them for $1.20 then, because I know in the future, very likely it'll spring back up. Respawn Allegory Fresco did quite nicely over the past summer, but of course best around April, May time. I think we can make a good profit out of it, but a smart barter is definitely the way to go. So, yeah. Sorry to say if you were thinking it's going to be doing totally fine. I don't think I'll be doing actual purchases for the likes of that. I definitely think I could just walk away picking these up for with a barter. So that's my answer there. Moto Party. So one of the things I really wanted to know was there going to be a collection continuation? What did Sadness produce this past week? He made a foil hat. Yeah. Okay. So the main point that I kind of wanted to bring up with the likes of these bike-themed skins that we got this week, will any of the continuations we see actually get accepted? Sadness did not produce one over this past weekend. Fair enough, that's fine. But let me get this point across. Will there be more garage doors released this year? Oh, for sure. Now, we know at least a Twitch drop is on the horizon. Fancy Orb, Global Warfare 2. It glows ever so brightly. Bit sci-fi, might not be for everyone, but come on now. You know there's going to be some more interesting garage doors on the horizon. And in fact, I could just probably bring that up to you right now. So if I quickly hop over to here, where are we? Let's just quickly go to the workshop. So here we are. Hedge is going to quickly showcase to you his Rust Workshop Skin Checks, which is located right over... Where is it? Huh. I can't find it. That's a first. Oh, there it is. I used a different picture this week, so I didn't realise that. Just to quickly showcase to you, garage doors, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, we have 6, we have 7, we have 8, we have 9, we have 10, we have 11. Lots of garage doors are being produced week in, week out. Now, we're going to see some very interesting, cool-looking designs and whatnot, you know. Goofy, sure. Take you to a death bar, but we're also going to see collection continuations appear every now and then as well. So, point I'm trying to get across to you is, yeah, okay, maybe you might think the garage door's doing all right now and it's sold very nicely and it's going to have decent demand in the future and whatnot, but I don't think it'll hold. There will be more garage doors. There will be more interesting ones being produced. There will be more interesting ones being accepted. At the moment, everyone's all happy about the bikes and whatnot, but how long will that last? Probably not forever. So yeah, Junkernaut down, Quarantine down, Watch Your Doom down, Too Many Octopus down, Clan Base down, Blocky Rig down, First Contact down, Pirate down. Yeah, only a few of those garage doors are doing alright at the moment, aren't they? So what do you reckon's going to happen to that? $3. $3! I don't think it's retaining its price of $3. Yeah, I think that'll be dropping off. I think I'm just going to do 90 cents to $1.20. Yeah, I do expect it to drop off. Cool neon design, I just don't think it'll hold. I don't think it'll hold. So yeah, how you go about that is up to you, but I feel like I've given you more than enough information there to process that. It's very likely going to struggle, I'm sorry to say. But if we do see more Moto-themed deplorables and they do get accepted, alright, cool, but at the moment, eh. And it did do 15,000 subscribers, which is a fairly reasonable amount, so there's going to be a fairly reasonable amount being thrown on the Steam market and whatnot. So yeah. I don't think it'll be retaining. Sorry to say, but it is what it is. Moving on. Nuke Room Storage. So, this right here. Nuke Room Storage, you are okay, you are fine, and, well, I just showed you a second ago that we saw the Nuke Room garage door. Just to showcase to you again, right over here, there we go, Nuclear Bunker. It'll be called Nuke Room, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's accepted. Mr. Robstar's been doing very good recently with getting his skins accepted, but unfortunately he couldn't keep the names, because all of the recent Nuke Room skins were supposed to be military. Well, not anymore. Anyway, I don't think this will be retaining its price. Sold almost 14,000 subscriptions, or subscribers. Yeah, just roll with it. But from what you can see here, things aren't holding up very nicely for all the large boxes this year. And guess what? There will be another Twitch drop on the horizon. And maybe in the further future, even more. So, yeah, awkward. Sorry to say. But, yeah, I don't think that'll be retaining its price. I will not be surprised, though, if we do see more Nuke Room skins. But with this being accepted, this still did kind of stay the same. It did, in fact, dip a little bit. They went up a bit, down a bit, up a bit. It didn't really change. I don't think that'll change that much either. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking I'm probably just going to do 90 cents to $1.20. Yeah. Sorry to say. Looks awesome, looks nice, sold well, but I don't think it'll be retaining. Much like all of these other large boxes, just take one quick look and you'll see that they have kind of dropped off. Because there's a fairly decent chance we'll be seeing more from notable collections, from Twitch drops. So, Yep. So playing it safe, that is the plan. That is what we'll be doing from here and now. Now we've just talked about all the abnormal skins. Let's proceed and talk about the regular skins. First off, this ridiculous amount of sales here for the Road Angels hoodie and pants. Okay. Why did it sell so well? Is it because it was the perfect skin for the likes of the update? Alright, yeah, probably. Now, you probably saw my video where I yapped about how the Biker Goth helmet actually spiked in demand very insanely. Because it finally had a home. Yeah, you could use this with the Road Angel set, make yourself look like a real biker. And of course I made a video discussing just that. So that just spiked in demand ever so nicely. I doubt that'll hold forever, But yeah, people made connections, people bought out certain skins, people were happy, people did like the hoodie and pants. Now, someone made a joke last week saying, hey, it's a budget blackout set, ha 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 ha. Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you, you're not that wrong. I guess you could sit there and say that. It's just, is this always going to be in demand? Is this always going to be something people want to wear? I get the feeling, yeah, I think it looks cool. It's just, with the amount that have sold, is that going to be all right? Are we going to still see problems? Are we going to have excess stock? Well, I think we will. Yeah, I think we're going to have a potential problem with these. Now, I made a bit of a stretch in regards to, you know, making a connection to the likes of Legacy Kevlar. The hoodie and pants, which of course were accepted at the very first Rust store this year, which is located over here, they did 50,000 sales each, didn't they? And they suffered hard. We haven't done ridiculous sales like that. But the main point I said was, at the very least, if we see collection continuations, Road Angels would look appealing. And of course, as I did showcase in the likes of this video over here, of the Biker Goth helmet price behaviour video, you might notice I'm wearing a special pair of gloves and boots in that video. Yes, 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 yes. We, of course, did see the likes of roadside gloves and boots being produced. And now we question, will they be accepted? Because yes, boots and gloves will still cause a core piece to spike demand, spike in price. We saw that happen very, very recently with Overheat. When did Overheat get accepted? I need to remind myself. I don't fully remember. It was actually quite some time back now, wasn't it? When were you, Overheat? When? Because I don't remember. I really don't. It was like late May, was it? There we go. Yeah, Overheat hoodie and pants. Overheat hoodie and pants, they were accepted back in May 16. It was fine. It was cool. Goofy, Flavortown, ha ha ha, silly jokes. The very next week, boots and gloves got accepted. Now, do you remember what happened? Both of these shot up to like $3 to $4. It was like instant. So, if we see the same thing happen, will we see a very similar pattern of behaviour? Well, this didn't do 30,000 sales each, did it? But I would still expect a spike in demand and a spike in price to happen. So go back over to here, 30,000 subscribers. Will there be problems around October time? Wouldn't doubt it. Will we see lovely behaviour? Will we see spikes in demand, spikes in price if we were to see more clothing and armour being accepted? Of course. It won't last forever, the prices, but it will be a lovely instance where we can quickly sell and get some profits. I'm looking at the Road Angels hoodie and pants, and I'm questioning it. Yes, by default, I reckon a lot of people bought it simply because they wanted it. But I do believe a lot of people did buy with the pure intent to sell, aka a lot of people that are likely to be listing these in the Steam market. If you want to play it extra safe, go 50 cents. If you want to go a little bit stronger, I reckon you could go all the way up to 75 cents. Alright? 50 cents if you want to go extra safe, 75 cents if you want to push it a bit higher. Okay? Do not be surprised in the slightest if this potentially drops off at certain points. I could probably refer back to the likes of the Pirate Collection. Remember this? Hoodie and pants and whatnot. Quite a lot of the Pirate Collection did suffer. So right now, that hoodie, those pants, let's go look up the whole Pirate Collection. That's probably the best thing we could compare to. Because yes, at the end of the day, people are probably looking at Road Angels as a potential cheaper option for a black hoodie and pants. But yeah, these also sold pretty insanely. How did the likes of the hoodie behave? It sold for 99 cents. Later, at the end of 2023, we saw Legacy Kevlar getting accepted, and it did lose a lot of interest when Legacy Kevlar became popular. Look at that. Towards last year, it did dip down pretty hard. It went all the way down to about 70 cents. Towards the end of the year, it was doing good. More Legacy Kevlar skins were accepted, aka the hoodie and pants. Went all the way down to about 60 cents at one point. All right? But it did climb all the way back up and sell for about $1.20 at one point. Anyway, point I'm trying to get across is just because it had a lot of sales doesn't necessarily mean it's going to always be in demand. That is looking questionable. 50 cents to 75 cents. If you want to be a safe boy, you go 50 cents. If you want to be reckless, but try and see if you can pick these up and potentially still flip them for a decent price, if everything works out well, you take that risk, you go 75 cents, you potentially go even higher. But that's up to you, alright? Cool. So I do believe we will have problems with these. I will not be surprised if it does dip below its Rust price eventually. But so as long as we keep seeing more collection continuations being accepted, things will be interesting and good, and I would like to see what happens. It's going to be interesting. Right, moving on. Let's talk about the likes of the commuter head wrap. So, yeah, this was goofy. This was silly. I thought a lot of people would like this. I thought a lot of role players would, want to use this and whatnot. Did we see a collection continuation? No, that didn't happen. I was hoping for a potential, like, burlap pants and shirt and whatnot, could have been like a cyclist outfit. Didn't happen. Okay, alright, okay. This has done 22,000 subscriptions. That's a bit of a problem again. The amount of sales. Is that always going to hold up nicely? I have doubts. I have... Alright, let's look at it this way. Earlier this year, we had the chainmail head wrap. That paired up perfectly with the likes of the poncho, didn't it? It's still sitting here at 64 cents. This right here, goofy, it is silly. In a situation, you could try your best to dress up like a cyclist. I don't think it's retaining its price. This has sold more compared to that. This technically has a collection, sort of. This has nothing. It's all by itself. I worry for it. So I think with that, I'm probably only going to do 40 cents to 60 cents. I'm sorry to say. Like, if we did see more continuations being produced, alright, cool, that would be something to look forward to, but I'm not seeing it, and I worry for it, and I don't think people care too much about the silliness of it. Yeah, a lot of people did buy it for themselves, most likely, but after that, will they always care about it, or just leave it, hiding in their inventory? The latter, most likely. So yeah, with the likes of those, 40 cents to 60 cents. Scrolling down, Quarantine Thompson and Ditto AR. Well, I think Quarantine Thompson will probably still pip the AR in terms of retaining some decent value. So with the likes of Thompsons, let's just quickly go over this real quickly. What's the cheapest Thompson that we see right here? The cheapest Thompson that's currently in the market is selling for $1.10. Alright, so at the very least, it looks like Thompsons do a decent job staying above $1. When I look at the likes of the AKs, different story. They go below. Yes, they do. There's so many AKs to compare to. So looking at the state of these, scroll. Cheaper AKs. Look at these. They go below as low as 85 cents. Wow, El Diablo AR, what on earth happened to you? $3.49, now 85 cents. So yeah, I'm looking at this Quarantine Thompson. Quarantine Collection's a funny one. The weapons are actually doing very nicely. I don't fully get it. I don't fully get it. Will the Thompson end up like these other weapons here, or will it end up like the AK? It did only 12,500 subscriptions. It was the second lowest selling skin. Does it just work out ever so nicely, or is it going to be questionable? Well, the one questionable thing I will bring up is the amount of Thompsons we've had so far this year. We've had 9. Halfway through the year, 9 acceptances. Last year we had 17 in total. Do you reckon we'll see some more Twitch drops, potentially? At least on the horizon, I'm not aware of another one. So, I'll give you that. But, yeah. Only one of these is doing alright at the moment. All the others down a fair bit. I think with the likes of this Thompson, I'm probably going to do 90 cents to $1.20. I feel like that's probably the way to go about it. If you think, you know what, I think that's going to behave exactly like the other quarantine weapons, then by all means, go up to $1.20. But if you want to play it safe, 90 cents. With the safety of it likely not going down below $1. Maybe it does though. It's still July. I've warned you. Do you know what? I might go lower then actually. I might go 80 cents to $1.10. 80 cents to $1.10. Make sure you write that down, Mr. Maxim Chick. And then over to the Ditto AR. Ditto Collection, how you doing? Yep. We did see a collection continuation. That did happen, With the likes of the Quarantine Thompson, we didn't see anything for that. But it's a weapon-only collection, as you can see, right here. Down 56, down 45. Oh dear. 10,000 sales, so it's a fairly okay amount. What's likely going to happen to that? It's very likely going to go down to $1. 60 cents to 80 cents. It was very quick, but we've seen how AKs behave over the past year. We just looked at one of them that sold for $3.49 a good few months back. Now it's selling for 85 cents. It's too many AKs. What else is there to say? Alright then. So that's all wrapped up. That's all done. We've basically talked about all the skins. So what could we expect for the likes of tomorrow? Well, I do not expect an early rust rotation. That would be very surprising to me at the very least if that happened. Who knows what we're going to see being accepted, but there's a lot of very interesting skins being produced, posted, and I hope you did see the likes of my Rust Workshop skin checks. I almost forgot the name there. You know, some interesting continuations did appear, but who knows what gets accepted, you know? So hopping back to the likes of here, please consider watching the most recent Rust Workshop skin checks to be up to date with all the collection continuations, for all the things to look forward to. Remember, all collection continuations have chapters. So, yeah, it's easy to navigate. Okay, cool. So, no idea what to expect tomorrow. We can try and be optimistic. Oh dear. But there's one quick little thing that I want to address to everyone. We are seeing interesting things being mentioned. Snakes, pit vipers, and as I scroll down over to here, jungle ruins was mentioned again. Guys, at the very beginning of the year, Facepunch in their blog post said that they do intend to produce a new biome this year. Why is it that we're suddenly seeing a lot of mentions in regards to jungle animals and jungle ruins? I think we might have a good idea what the next biome might be, but nothing has been officially said. Keep an eye on the commits. It might be the beginning of this month, but if you want to be the first to react to all the new content that's being worked on, you got to keep an eye on this frequently. Pop in, take a look every day, or every few hours, see what Facepunch is working on, and start rubbing your hands in anticipation. Right? So, Redtown Redux potentially next month. We'll see if that gets ready. We'll see, but I think that will. It's been like 3 months now. Cool. So don't expect an early Rust rotation tomorrow. I hope to see an interesting Rust store at the very least. There have been quite a lot of collection continuations produced. Who knows what's going to get accepted? We'll just have to wait to see. But for now, abnormal bilders, let's see how this all plays out. Let's skip ahead and, of course, see how quick we can be with our bilders. So that. Right, 15 seconds to go. I hope you are nice and prepared, people. Hope you got everything in order of what you're wanting to focus. It is now time to chase. Refresh. Right, so I'm probably going to be... Now. There we go. Perfect timing. Okay, Shadowborn Rug. Oh, hello. Right, what we're doing over here, the jacket. Moto Party, Nuke storage. Alright, they're not currently available. Moving over to here, what do we see? That now has barders pushing up to $1.50. Yes, indeed. Alright, so what am I going to offer right here, right now? I'm going to do one. Yeah, that'll do. Do I want to offer more? Do I want to go higher? I think I'll be fine with that. It's a question of, will everybody be wanting to keep their barders when prices go down super cheap? I am questioning that. Yeah, right. I'm going to think about what I'm going to offer for this one. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to skip ahead, and then we'll discuss the abnormal barter support and question, do we want to jump in and actually buy some of these skins? So that. Right then, guys, it's been about 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look at those skins. Right, hopping over to here, let's see. And, well, yep, Neon Full Kit Locker. Yeah, it's got barders pushing up to $2. Kind of surprised by that. Still questioning it. Hey, if you want to go for the risk, it's up to you. What you do with your Steam wallet is up to you. Based on what I've seen recently with how all the other stores have appeared and, how they've behaved, it's, I've already gone over this. It's questionable, at least in a couple months' time. I feel confident my buy orders will probably be just about where it lands at its lowest point, and I'm fine with that. So if this does end up comfortably sticking around $2.50 for at least a month or so, that's fine. I can live with that. I care more about its potential lowest point. So yeah, let's see if we do get the hazmat locker tomorrow. Let's see if it does give that a big boost or not. It's new to me, so playing it safe. You're not going to feel bad. If you go all in, well, I mean, at the very least, if you do manage to pick these up for about $1.90 or $1.70 or whatever, at least in the future, you'd feel confident it'll still go up to its rust store price again and potentially higher. So it's not the end of the world. If you truly wanted to grab some of these, I think you could do about $1.80 if you really wanted to. $1.90, $2, hey, get them 50 cents cheaper. But I just can't help but assume, as I said, it's going to probably end up at around $1.50. in just a few months' time. So we'll see how that turns out. Looking at the actual build-up of the buy orders, as you can see, plenty of buy orders fairly below $1, above $1, slightly above $1, pushing up to $2, $1.50, 60. Here you go. So yeah, no, that's looking okay. Would I sit here and say, hey, I need to spend some money? Should I go buy the lockers? Honestly, look, if you had to buy something, that probably isn't a bad shout in terms of if you wanted to wait a year or two and then sell them. All right, by all means, go for it. Do it. You got to wait a year or two, though. And as I said, to be smarter with your money and try and pick these up for less money, you probably want to wait in a few months' time. So we'll see how it turns out. I'll look at it, I'll look at it again in a month's time when I do my Rush Store review and whatnot. I kind of feel like that'll probably be sticking around. It'll probably be equals, but I care more about what's going to happen later on. So cool. That's nice to see. Let's move on. Next skin, Shadowborn Rug. Well, I said with this being at $2, and well, seeing how some other rugs behaved and the state of this collection, the Shadowborn collection, well, I wanted to at best go up to maybe around, what was it, $1.20? Yep, that was it. And yeah, people basically followed suit. Plenty of buy orders getting close to $1, slightly above $1. Yeah, it's fine. That's very likely where it'll land. Yeah. So don't get too scared if you end up buying these for about just over $1 in the future. Hold it out, grab them, wait until post-Christmas. I hope to see that going above its Rush Store price again. I hope to see it. I expect it. We shall see. And then, of course, summer next year, same thing probably. We'll find out. So, Shadowborn Rug, you do have quite a lot of support. I do believe you'll probably just end up just slightly above $1 at certain points in just a few months' time. Yeah, so if you truly want to buy some of these, like if you're thinking, I'm going to wait till now and then make a purchase, honestly, you could put down a $1.50 buy order. Yes, you very likely will be buying these, but you'll get them at least 50 cents cheaper. So if you are satisfied with that option, go for the $1.50 buy order, all right? Remember, we don't expect an early Rush Store rotation tomorrow. We expect it to happen maybe around 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock UK time tomorrow. So if you can figure out your time zones compared to, well, London, you get a good idea. 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock UK time tomorrow. I don't expect an early Rush Store, but you can't just take that for granted. Face Punch can release these skins whenever they want. Whenever they want. So it could still be early. So yeah. Figure out what you want to do quickly before it's too late. Right, Hellrider's jacket, selling in the Rush Store right now for a price I can't remember. Let's just quickly remind myself. $2. Okay, cool. Back over to here. Your buy orders are going all the way up to $1.50, or more specifically, once you're past this bit, it's just barely over $1. Yeah, that was about the position that we're thinking. So again, not 100% sure. I don't feel super confident with it. I do expect more jackets to randomly appear for the rest of this year. So, yep, if you really want to go grab a bunch of these, you could probably put down a $1.30 buy order, pick these up for 70 cents cheaper. If you were actively wanting to try and buy these and be successful with just a buy order, yeah, $1.30 will probably be working out perfectly fine for you. So, yeah, let's see if we don't see any more jackets this year. Let's see if we potentially do see some more bike-themed skins being accepted. But that don't look like it's retaining its value, no. Over to here, Moto Party, a $3 garage door, highest buy order, $1.50. Oh no. Bulk of buy orders just below and slightly above $1. Yeah, and then you got this like $1.30 buy order there, and then it goes up to $1.50. That is nowhere near the $3 price, is it? It sold a reasonable amount. It's very likely going below its Rush Store price, yes. If you truly wanted to buy some, you could just put down a $1.50 buy order. Yep. Buy them for $1.50 less and enjoy it, because that very likely will be going below $1.50, but you'd still pick those up for a cheaper price. So if you're satisfied with that, you're more than welcome to do so, but that's not something I'll be actively wanting to buy. And then over to here we have the Nuke room storage. Does it actually have a there you go, proper setup there now? And yeah, get a good look at that. So this is currently in the Rush Store right now for $2.50, or rather $2.49, and the buy orders basically end at slightly above $1. That's that. Yeah, that's that. Sorry to say, but yeah, look at it. Ooh. I mean, what else is there that I can say? Like, that was expected. That's what we went with. If you truly want to go grab some of these for a cheaper price, you could probably try and put down a $1.50 buy order, because nope, definitely doesn't look like it's retaining at $2.49 price. Now, in the future, will we see more Nuke Room skins, more deplorables? I wouldn't doubt it. I think the garage door's got a very good shout. Maybe that does spike demand with the arrival of that, or maybe something else in the future. It's up to you, but yeah, I think $1.50 bar, you'd be buying a bunch of them. So yeah, it's up to you. But yeah, if you want to play it smart, probably just over $1 will probably be where its lowest point is. We shall see. We shall see in the future. And basically, guys, that's everything. We're done. We've yapped enough. Yep. So just to give you a little insight for tomorrow, whilst I'm waiting for... Oh, that's the bingo. Don't worry about that. Or, you can start playing the guessing game. What are we going to see for the Rust store tomorrow? I mean, not the charity skins. Rust Workshop Skin Checks collection link is out there. We've also got the likes of the top picks list just over here. TGG's top picks list. Who knows what we'll see? Are we going to go return to the random trend of extra late picks? Or is it going to be more like this? Skins that are submitted fairly recently. Feel free to comment below. But in waiting for the rotation tomorrow, our good friend Mr. Cheese Taco has set up a race course. So how good are you at driving a motorbike in Rust? Are you a little bit rusty? Or are you super confident? Gentlemen, I have a racetrack. And we are going to crash a lot. Oh, yes, we are. It's more... It's got more curves than Monaco. Yeah, pretty much. So if you want to come join us, we will be streaming tomorrow. Look in the description of this video. You'll see the links to all my socials, more specifically my Twitch, and you can come take part. Please try your best not to destroy the motorbikes. We only have so many. But yeah, that's going to be a plan. Let's see how well it works. Who is truly the fastest? We'll find out. And just to give you a little insight in regards to how certain skins are performing based on the recent workshop submissions. Top 5 skins based on Steam score. We have Neon Storage Hazmat Kit Locker right there with a score of 64.6. Fake Wall Garage Door just below. Foil Hat, which is a burlap head wrap. Infernal Garage Door. And Cozy Cave Door. 6th is Tempered Yoka Pistol. 7th, LR300, the Comics LR300. That is not going to be allowed. That transparent garage door is too silly. You're not going to have that. No. Meow Meow Furnace, Neon Shop Sign Rug, and Balaclava. The Executioner set looks very cool. So I stand by my word. I think that'll probably be better off for the likes of Halloween. Cool design, though. We'll see if it gets accepted. So that's a nice little insight. Quick look at the upvote to downvote ratio. And yeah, it's a fair bit different order there, isn't it? So... we can only be optimistic, I guess. We'll see how things turn out. Will we see the likes of armour? Tier 2 and Tier 3 armour? What could it be? What will it be? I have no idea. There was an interesting Tier 3 armour I saw being submitted earlier. You probably saw it a little bit earlier in the video. We shall see. But yeah, that's basically it. That's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me today. I greatly appreciate it. Do keep an eye on the likes of those Rust Store review videos. I do go back a month after every Rust Store from here and now, and I do review. Did things turn out as expected, or did things go all right? Did they do like a 180? Something completely different? Was I right? Was I wrong? If so, explain, elaborate. Simple as that. So consider giving those a good look, and we'll see how this looks in the future. Are we going to see things matching up to expectations, where things might drop off pretty quickly, or will things be different? Time will tell. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you later.